Low-calorie iced red velvet cookies. They're soft and they're not dry at all, and they're only 52 calories per cookie. So you can eat multiple cookies and easily fit it into your calories and macros. You can make this entire recipe in one bowl and you only need a few ingredients. We're gonna start with the dry ingredients, which is gonna be a 1/4 cup of regular flour. Regular flour gives these the best, softest texture, and using something like coconut flour would make these a little too dry and crumbly, and I don't like that. So what is red velvet? It's actually pretty interesting. It's chocolate with a little less chocolate flavor and more red. So think chocolate cake, less cocoa, less chocolate, red food coloring. That's literally what red velvet cake is. It's usually paired with a cream cheese icing or frosting, which makes it a little less sweet than regular chocolate cake and a little tangier. And that's exactly what we're gonna do today. We're gonna pair these cookies with a cream cheese drizzle, but no cream cheese, because too high calorie. If these were chocolate cookies, I'd be using a whole lot of cocoa powder. Because these are red velvet cookies, a tiny bit of cocoa powder. We only want to use 1/2 tablespoon of cocoa powder. Add that right into our flour. A tiny pinch of baking soda. We don't want to use baking powder because that will make these rise and too fluffy. These are cookies, we want them soft, thin, and chewy. A pinch of salt because that's just going to bring out all the flavor. And my favorite sweetener, erythritol. It's the best, it bakes like sugar, crystallizes like sugar, and I can't say enough good things about it. 2 tablespoons of this stuff. It's made from pears, melons, and grapes. Amazing stuff. It has way less calories than sugar, and it tastes just like it. It's just 75% sweet, so it's not going to be as sweet as sugar, but 2 tablespoons, 24 grams. We used 4 tablespoons of flour, and we want 1/2 of that in sugar. Take your dry ingredients and mix them all together. You can sift this all together if you like, but that's one more thing that I don't have in my kitchen, so I'm mixing. I'm taking it the hard way. I'm getting an arm workout in. And now that everything is mixed up, 32 grams of Greek yogurt. Sorry, did I say 32? I meant 34. 10 grams of sugar-free syrup. And 10 grams in my mouth. Mix. Don't overmix, okay? We're not trying to make pizza dough, cookies. We want these soft and airy. We don't want the gluten to develop. This doesn't look like red velvet. We forgot one thing. Red food coloring. I found this at the Indian store when I went to it to buy garam masala and also red food coloring for the chicken tikka masala and tandoori chicken videos. I'll link that somewhere. But I have a bunch of this and it's gonna last a lifetime, which means I can make a whole bunch of red velvet cookies and tandoori chicken. I'm gonna sprinkle in a tiny bit of red food coloring. The red food coloring does nothing but change the appearance of this recipe, but what do they say? You taste with your eyes first? So it does something, okay? It's not gonna taste like red velvet without the redness. And perfect. Ooh, we forgot one thing. A small pinch of vanilla extract. It was sitting here, I was supposed to add it with the Greek yogurt, and I forgot. Mix. When I smell cocoa but I see red, it smells like red velvet. When I don't see red, it smells like chocolate. Freaking weird. Line a baking tray with parchment. Because nothing sticks to parchment, let's make 3 cookies. Divide this mixture into 3 circles. And then use your finger to massage this into a circle. It's not gonna spread that much in the oven because there's no butter that needs to melt. So you're gonna need to make these look like a cookie. If the cookies are sticking too much, slightly put a little bit of water on your finger and then just pat. Take these and bang them on your counter as hard as you can to get the cookies to spread out in an even layer more. And then take these and bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 7 minutes. I cannot emphasize this enough, 7 minutes, set a timer. These don't have a lot of fat in them, which means we gotta get the timing perfect or these are gonna be too dry. We want these wet and damp inside, because I can't say the word that starts with an M or people get mad at me in the comments. 7 minutes. I'm setting a timer. While the cookies are baking, let's make the frosting. It's gonna be really, really simple. 2.5 tablespoons of Greek yogurt and 1 gram of pudding mix. You can't really track that. It's just gonna be a tiny pinch of pudding mix. You can use cheesecake flavor if you want to enhance the cheesecakiness, but we already have Greek yogurt, which is kind of providing that dairy that we want and the tanginess that we want. So I'm gonna use vanilla because I like that vanilla flavor. But we also want this really sweet, so 1 packet of sweetener. We don't need erythritol for this because there's nothing that we need the crystallization for. It's more important when baking, but this just needs sweetness. Mix. Mix, mix, mix until all of this is combined. This is gonna get drizzled right on top of all of these cookies. It's gonna provide that tanginess, but that sweetness that we want. The pudding mix helps thicken up the Greek yogurt. One thing I hate is that wateriness in Greek yogurt. It is so annoying. I like my Greek yogurt thick, extra thick. Perfect. 7 minutes went by fast. These are done. Perfectly solidified, but still really chewy and gooey. And not overcooked. Take them out. That is perfect. Leave them on the sheet pan and let them cool for 10 minutes. Is the sheet pan still hot? Yeah, it is. I can touch it. I'm strong. They're still kind of soft, and we don't want to overcook these in the oven because they're going to keep getting torched from the heat in the oven. So let them cool. Let them rest on the sheet pan so the bottom continues to cook and solidify. Walk away, don't touch them. Timing is everything in this recipe. This recipe is low fat. It's actually 0 grams of fat, so fat-free. And when you don't have fat in cookies, you have to time it correctly to make sure that it doesn't get dried out and too cakey. Cookies done. Super soft, not dry at all. You can kind of see the erythritol crystallizing, and as the cookie cools, this becomes more prominent. It's kind of annoying, but it's just a visual thing, and that's the magic about erythritol. It bakes like sugar, and then it recrystallizes like sugar, and you can kind of see the erythritol crystals right there, which gives this the structure that we want. Now let's drizzle icing. I refuse to do the Ziploc bag technique, so I have an erythritol bottle that I washed out. And it works. No! I was just about to say it works great. We're back, baby. I reloaded. Cookies done. Each cookie is only 52 calories. 10 grams of carbs, 3 grams of protein, no grams of fat. Fat-free cookies, basically. Ridiculous macros, super low calories, so you could eat plenty of cookies and be satisfied. I suggest you check out my cookbook for more cookie recipes and a whole bunch of sweets and savory recipes. Over 100 recipes, and I'm constantly updating it, link in description. We don't need cream cheese for the icing because there's too many calories in cream cheese, so we use Greek yogurt instead. It's awesome. Greek yogurt and cream cheese are both made from the same ingredient, dairy milk. This one's calling my name. I don't miss the cream cheese at all. Two keys with this recipe: do not overbake them. Underbaking is better than overbaking, and do not overmix. The more you mix, the more pancakey they taste. The less you mix, the more crumbly and cookie-like they are. Thanks for watching. Let me know your favorite... Thanks for watching. Give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know your favorite cookies down below, and I will recreate them. Give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video.